1, 2,
3, 1,
2,
3,
1,
3, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 1.
He was 2. Oh, 3.
2,
1,
3,
1,
2,
2,
3, 1,
2,
3, 1.
Okay, awesome. And Ramik, the counselors, I'll cut you off 1. Michael, you are 2. You didn't go. You know? You don't have to. Okay, so you're 1. And 3. And then 1 and 2. Has anyone ever played the game Giants, Wizards, and Elves?
No.
Awesome. So can I have my 1s over here? 2s over here? And 3s over here. 1. Yay! 3s over here. Let's play 2s in the middle. Let's play 2s in the middle. Has anyone ever played Giants, Wizards, and Elves? Has anyone ever played rock, paper, scissors?
Yes.
It is the same concept except different names, right? So as we know, when we're playing rock, paper, scissors, rock beats what? Scissors. Scissors beats paper. Paper beats rock. Now with Giants, Wizards, and Elves, Giants stomp on Wizards. Wizards zap the Elves. And Elves scare the Giants. Okay? So I'll go with that again. Giants stomp on Wizards. Wizards zap on Elves. And Elves scare the little Giants. So the reason why I'm doing these funny expressions is because instead of going, you will be doing that motion. Okay? So Wizard, you will do this. For Giants, yeah, sorry. Giants, you do like this, rah, with the sound effects as well. Rah, right? So let's practice that. Rah. Michael? Yes, your inner giant, come on. Now with Wizards, you zap like this. Right? With Elves, you go down. Alright, cool. So the object of the game is exactly like rock, paper, scissors, which is why I connected it. Right? So within your group, you're gonna have a few seconds to be like, okay, what are we all gonna do? Because your objective is to get the other two, one of the other 2 teams out. Right? So then we'll do a duel. So it'll be a 3 rounds, right? So we'll see who keeps winning in the first. So it'll be 3 rounds, and whoever keeps winning on that 1 round is the winner. So if you win round 1, they are the winner of round 2. Their objective is to win on round 2 as well. And then on round 3 because they win the whole game. Cool? Cool. Awesome. So we'll do a trial run. Because you know everyone makes mistakes and it is okay. So let's do a trial run. So you have a few seconds. Go. I should add one more thing. If you do not do the motion, if someone in your group does not do the motion, you are all disqualified. Yeah. So everyone has to do it, not like 2 people.
Transferring videos to coverage. I recorded dozens of videos instead of just 2, so this is too hard for us to curate. Is there a way for you to do it all in one section?
Do it all in one take?
Yeah, like for, I know you stop it because like there's a break.
Right.
So.
Alright, come back. 5,
But when you
4,
stop, do you pause it or
3,
just stop and then create a new?
2 in the corner. 1. Okay. So when I say go, you guys are gonna shoot your motion. 1, 2, 3, go. Team 1 will get a point. Okay, so now we're gonna go, and now the game really starts. Let the Hunger Games begin. Alright, so I'm gonna give you a few seconds. What? A few seconds. All right, you have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you have to do whatever you have to do. All right, on your marks, get set, shoot! No one was winning there. All right, let's go to round 2. Go! All right, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, time to show us what you got. Go! Okay. This cannot be happening. This has never happened when I play. Never! What is going on with you people? Okay, let's try again. I'm going to give you just a shorter time. You have 2 seconds. Turn around. All right, go. Come on, turn around, turn around. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Turn around. You're going to get disqualified. 5, 4, 3, go. Go, show what you got.
Yeah, we got.
Wizards of the They both got a
Now it was like this.
Yeah. So they both got a point. All right, cool. So now you got to go. 1, 2, 3. Go to your team.
Versus them?
Yeah.
No, they still have we want to say have one point, right? Are you just kind of what?
All right, that's enough. Turn around. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, 2, 1. Go. So Giants stomped on the Wizards. Yeah. But the Elves got the Giants.
Right. Everybody got some money.
Alright, so that was a no-go. Sorry. Right now, so we were just informed. We're very excited right now, and not everyone else is as happy as we are. So we gotta keep our noise level to, a little bit more. So we're gonna do the whispers, like, cool. Alright, with that said, this is gonna be our last round, so be considerate and courteous to the rest of the folks on this floor. Cool? Alright. So 1, 2, go! Okay, come back. Come back. Team 1, you guys are because we said go.
Oh,
We said come back.
oh, we didn't hear that. Hey,
Okay.
hey,
All right, cool. Oh, they aren't? I'm sorry. All right. So ready, set, show me what you got.
Yeah, we got it.
Team 2 are the winners. Team 2 is the winners. Shout out to Team 2. Great. All right. So just to start, again, my name is Catherine Mariano, and we're just going to be covering the different resources that are available on your campus. You are all college students, so I'm sure you guys have used some of these offices and locations and even just services available to you. So we're just going to try to use your knowledge as well as giving you additional knowledge to make sure that you're prepared and well to teach and support the rest of the students that are coming in as your mentees and participants. So I'd like to just take a survey. How many of you guys, with a show of hands, know what the ASAP office is or does? Okay. How many of you guys know what a GPA is? Okay. How many of you guys know what a dean does on your campus? Okay, and we're not answering you. I just want to get a visual, see just a visual survey, right? To see that one thing is we all have something that we need to learn, right? Not all of you know every service or research on campus, so you can utilize someone next to you might know someone, and maybe you'll learn something here today. So we're all learning. This is all going to be a learning experience for you guys, but as well bring your knowledge to the table and to the room. Cool?
Can I ask one question? So like ASAP office, raise your hand if you knew what ASAP was before you came to college.
I'm not
So
sure what
those
you
numbers
said
go
that.
down a lot. Raise your hand if you knew what, give me another word. What
Academic standing.
the bursar was before you went to college. Before, don't lie. Okay, so you're going to be working with students who know very little of the words around the room. So you might know more, but not everything. But the students you work with know nothing. So you've got to really know it so that you can share with them, and you can't ever assume that they know it. Like they might not know what a syllabus is. They don't have them in high school, so why would they know what it is?
So it's kind of bringing you back to that time frame, which is, thank you, or she wouldn't have said it better. You need to be able to put yourself in their shoes. So making sure that you speak in the, hey, your GPA, what is that? Well, the GPA is the following, and it does this, this, and this is important. So with that said, we're going to do two activities. The first one is going to be identifying what the definitions for specific terms is. And then the second one is going to be associating different scenarios that might correspond with specific resources on campus. Cool? So we'll first learn about the different terms, then we'll associate scenarios that you might encounter with to specific offices. So when you're working with students that don't know anything or know very little, you're able to provide them with that support that is necessary. Cool? Okay, so to start this off, we're going to do some little friendly competition. I like competition. I'm a competitive person, as you might have seen earlier. So we're going to split the room into five groups. So we're going to count off on fives again. So I'll start off on this side. 1,
2, 3,
4, 5,
1,
2,
3, 4,
1,
2, 3,
4, 5.
Just do it. 3. The person in the row in front of you. 4.
5. 1, 2.
Okay, cool. Now over here. 2, 3,
4, 5.
2, 3, 4,
5. 1.
4. And that's it. Okay, so can I have group 1 over here? Group 2 back there? Group 3 right here? Group 4 on that corner? And group 5 on this corner? Cool? The corresponding definition. What you were just handed is the corresponding definition. So you have the definitions for the terms all around the room, correct? The terms and the definition are all mixed up. Yeah? So you are not you're not standing by, you might not be standing by your respective definitions in your hand. Cool? So your job is, as a team, or however you choose as a group, to pair up the term with the definition. So you're going to find the term for the definition for the term. Cool? Got it? Awesome. So it's like Go Fish. Have anyone ever played Go Fish? Yeah. Or like, matching pairs of kids?
What about like you want?
So this is where the following, right? The question was over here, what if someone puts the definition that goes with the term? And back, if you start working already, FYI, guys in the back, if you start working on it or sifting through it, you're losing a point. Each term and each definition counts for 1 point. Cool? So, for example, if team 3 gets 5 out of their 10 definitions up correctly, they'll have 5 points. Whereas if team 5 over here gets 7 out of 10 definitions paired up correctly, they'll have 7 points. Team 5 will beat team 3 because they have more points than they do. Cool?
What if a team has a definition that they think goes with a word, a term, but there's already a piece of paper, a definition on that term from another
You
group?
still put it underneath it, right? So let's say team 3 puts a word up here, but you're like, that is not the right word, they are wrong. We have the answer, you put yours there. Cool? So you don't have to necessarily be placed on, there necessarily doesn't need to be an empty space for you to put your word. Cool? Awesome. Any other questions? There's a number on each corner.
I have another question as I see Marcia. If there are adults in groups, are they allowed to?
No, you are not allowed.
Oh.
Marcia, no. No adults can observe, but adults will not help. No, like, you just will help, right? One thing before you continue. And it is up to you how you decide. Team number 2, that you guys want to lose a point, team number 2. Team 2?
Exactly, they don't even
I already told you once already that you will lose a point. Right? Cool. So that's Jamie. Wait, hold up. Let me get all the rules out. It is up to you how you decide to split up how you're gonna search for the word. So if you guys are a group of 7, if you want to travel in a pack, you can do that. But if you want to distribute it and be like, let's divide and conquer, you can do that as well.
But
Right?
you better make sure that your teammates are right.
Yes. So it is all teamwork within yourself, and it is all up to figuring out, make sure. There is a time limit to this. Cool? So you will have 10 minutes to get this done. Right? So, with that said, any other questions? I saw a hand here. Yes, everyone will be giving tape.
But everybody was given
You
shit.
guys-
Oh, you guys have two. She got tape.
Who else? Does everyone have tape?
Yeah.
Okay, good. On your marks, get set, go.
Oh my God.
Remember, there's words all around the room. Around and see which ones are obviously not correct.
Well, when we
Right?
get to one that has 2,
Or the ones that have 2, we're gonna leave the one that's up and is correct. Cool?
well, but I kind of want to ask them. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so under tutoring services, it says this class holds smaller numbers of students and is aimed to address anything covered during lecture or individualized studying that is unclear. Or this office provides various resources to help students excel in their classes, including mentoring, tutoring, help with editing, papers, library support, help with learning disabilities, etc. Wow, are you doing? Raise your hand if you think the first one is correct. Raise your hand if you think the second one is correct. Okay, are tutoring services a class? But it's not a class. Right? So listen to this, okay? This class holds smaller numbers of students and is aimed to address anything covered during lecture or individualized studying that is unclear.
No. So I was going to tell you I have answer key. None of those are correct, actually. None of them are. So I'll tell you why, right? So this one
This one goes So look behind that wall and see there's recitation.
That's recitation. Has anyone ever heard of that word? No? And has anyone never took a recitation? Who said yeah?
Who's
What is
taking
it?
a recitation?
Well, I had a station is exactly that it's like, you go, it's like you memorize something and you just like see what you memorize.
Alright, so a recitation course could be used for certain things like that, right? But generally it is a smaller class that is held to cover specific material. And this class is usually led by maybe a TA, a teacher's assistant, or another student teaching leader, right? You guys in two-year schools might be called different names depending on your campus. Generally this is found in a four-year school, but it is a smaller class that is a smaller session in your class. So maybe your class meets Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but Wednesday is just recitation, and Monday and Tuesday is lecture. Cool?
So I'm putting this in the right spot, but I'm putting a corner, which means nobody gets the point.
Yeah?
Okay?
Okay.
So, but then the other one was incorrect too.
Yes, and the other one is incorrect as well, because this one is a more general explanation for another one that is right next to it. So this office provides various resources to help students excel in their classes, including mentoring, tutoring, helping with editing papers, library support, help with learning disabilities, etc. So this one is an all-encompassing support of academics. When it's all-encompassing, it is usually an academic support service. On your campus, again, and I should say with all of these services, it might differ, right? So there might be a specific disabilities office that does certain things. But academic support service is where you can go and ask for help when you need to cover specific things. Let's say if you are someone who needs additional time taking tests. Some of you may be, or a student that you might work with in high school had extra time taking tests because they just needed that extra time. You can go to the academic support service office and they can provide you with that extra time that you might need, right? So, or let's say you need help with editing papers. They can direct you to that place who can help you edit the paper, right? Or some schools do that there. So the reason why this is all-encompassing is because different campuses might do different particular things on their campus, but this encompasses all of the academic support necessary. Cool? Yeah? So this will go here. And tutoring services, a center where students can seek academic support and oversee the sector of the college. So they really are just, you get specified or specific support on the subject. Cool? Nobody got that point.
No, you know what I'm doing? I'm putting the corner up on the number. And it just like that.
Oh.
Okay, I have another two that are a conflict. So this says academic advising. So tell me which is right. This office helps students select a specific coursework and helps them plan out their academic plans, set future academic and career goals, and take advantage of academic support services. Students have to meet with an advisor in this office every semester before registering for their classes. Or, office which helps students sign up for classes and collect fees. This office may also be responsible for keeping permanent records, maintaining student files, and forwarding copies of students' transcripts to employers and schools. You also go here to a link for graduation, and if you have an issue with your registration.
What do you guys think? What's the first one?
Where does the second one belong?
Wait, we heard admissions and registrar.
Oh, no.
No, registrar. Okay, registrar, yes. The reason why it's registrar is because it is a record-keeping place, right? So the way I try to remember is R with R, they do record-keeping, they do registration, registrar, register, but they're the ones that really do everything that is more the administrative and setting up of academics and taking your coursework, getting your transcripts, if you need it in the future, if you have an issue with a class or registering, or something doesn't show up on your transcript or your on P1st, how it should, you go to the registrar's office. Cool? And academic advising is, you all have utilized academic advising office in order to register for classes. Cool? So I don't think it's an investigation for that. What other ones? Where's there two? Cindy. What is over there?
Okay, remedial class. A preparatory class that students are required to complete before they can register for another course. Or classes that some student must take in order to build up math, reading, or English skill before they're allowed to take regular college courses.
Second one.
So who said the first one? Can I see your hand?
It's team 4.
Okay.
It's team 4. We'll go over it as a group. A preparatory class. So this one belongs somewhere else, right? A prep class, basically, that students are required to take before they can register for another course. Anyone can guess what this is? A prerequisite. Yes. A prerequisite, right? So a prerequisite is, sorry, I can't say that word correctly, but it's with a required course that you might take. I don't know if you guys have come across this, that it says like, to sign up for math, I'm gonna make up a number, 50, what? Math 56, no. Let's say, to sign up for math 40, you first need to take math 56. It'll say that the prerequisite is math 56 because you cannot get it in one before you get to the other. Cool? Just like you can't get inside your house until you have a sheet. Yeah? So think of it that way. So these are both wrong actually. Where's preparatory? Prerequisite.
I mean, I don't see it, so I think we gotta give us the
So you know what I can say that's our intern back. So we didn't check them. So we can't dock backward.
Okay, we won't dock group 4.
Okay, this here. Well, they were looking for the closest thing, and it didn't say prerequisite.
Yeah, that's the closest thing, so that's our bad. Okay, cool.
I didn't see anything else wrong.
Alright, anything else wrong? Alright, so I'm just gonna go around. Career services. It says provide assistance with figuring out career path. And FYI, if you guys, this is all in your textbook, page 25, or binder, page 25. You guys look at page 25 in your binder. It has the answers for everything. You had all the answers all along. So if anyone was smart, they would look the day before. Just kidding. But this is for your reference in the future. But you can use this as we go along. So once I read the office, if it is that one, you say no. If it is, yay. Cool. All right. So career services. We have, they provide assistance with figuring out career path, finding a job, resume support, etc. This one is correct. Cool? So, team 5, you got it. Hope. Has everyone ever heard of Cope? No? No one has ever heard of Cope. Great! No one's heard of Cope. So it's a program, basically, that they provide educational, counseling, assistance with registration and scheduling, tutoring, child care, referrals, and preparation for social services. And it's usually with people that are a part of the HRA program, so on public assistance, or might get any housing aid. That office will provide them with financial support. So some students that are receiving, whose parents or themselves might be receiving public assistance or those kind of government government support services, they will be able to get extra services while on campus. Some of these extra services might include Metro cards. They help them with jobs. Scholarships. Scholarships. They also have a program within COPE called GSI, which we'll go over a little bit. But this is a really good resource that you should really familiarize yourself with on campus. And your campus coordinator will definitely know more about and will connect you with, because a lot of the students will likely or can be eligible for the support that they provide there. So our offices might not be able to help them with a monthly Metro card, but they might. Our office might not be able to help them when, if they have a homelessness issue, but they might. Cool? So this place can really take a good burden and load off, which is why I spent a few minutes. All right, so because of time, we're not going to go each one of them, right? And what is going to happen now is I'm going to go over the ones that are least likely for you to know, like COPE, for example. And this is correct, by the way, whoever did it.
All the
Don't
other.
flip it.
What? Oh, no. Oh, don't flip it. I'm so confused.
Yeah, no, we're just flipping them up when they don't hit them.
Okay, cool.
All the other ones are correct. I checked them.
Everyone knows what happened. We went over this. Bursars. Everyone good with bursars? Yeah? Cool. How about student activities? We're all good with that. Student government. Everyone knows what student government is?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? An AAF degree. Does everyone know what that is?
Of course.
No?
What is that?
Show of hands. Who knows what AAF degree means? Not AS. AAF. 2 A's. Alright, so it is an applied associate of science. An associate of applied science. So this generally is a terminal degree. So what a terminal degree means is that you can get a degree in a specific subject and learn the mastery of this subject and can go and work. You don't necessarily, this work doesn't transfer over to a 4-year. Whereas an AS or an AHS degree, or whereas the other 2 degrees, you can go to a 4-year. Cool? So this helps you directly go into like plumbing, automotive engineering, that kind of thing, right? So it's for students that are like, 4-year schools are not for me. I do not want to go past 4-year. What I just want to do is do plumbing. And I just want to become a plumber. They can get an AAS degree in plumbing and definitely jump into the career. So it is something that jumps you indirectly into the career. Cool?
It does not, the credits will not, the degree will not transfer. There might be a couple of classes that you took that you could get to transfer, but I would say that if you're talking to a student who wants to do an AAS degree, they need to know that they will not be able to take that degree and apply it to then get a bachelor's.
So if they go to a 4-year school, they're starting
They're
over.
kind of starting over.
Yeah. So that it's very important that someone knows it.
Like you wouldn't want to do an AAS in nursing, because in nursing you could go on for a 4-year degree. You'd want to do an AS. But if you were going into a field where, as Catherine said, the student said, I'm done after 2 years, I just want this career vocational degree, then they could do it.
Okay, cool. You guys know what a course catalog is? Anyone? Show of hands. Course catalog is where it's listed online what courses that you're going to take. Cool? So there is a virtual or a hand copy version of all the courses that will be for the year. And the school usually distributes that at the beginning of the year. Cool? Other, you guys, we covered registrar, we went over core. Does everyone know what core classes is? Core classes? Show of hands. Show of hands. Core classes. Alright, so a core class is a set of classes that are necessary for you to take in your major. So there might be like 10 classes that you have to take in order for you to get a specific degree. Those are your core classes. I think about it like a core. Yeah. So these no. So it's like the specific, and those core classes can generally be transferred into different other majors. So those are specific set of courses that you need to take. Cool? Alright, so aside from that, there is, we know admissions office, we know academic advising, a professor, which you all should meet. The GSI, I'm going to talk about that briefly. It is under COPE, as I mentioned, and it is a new initiative that promotes graduation for the students within the COPE office, and it helps students basically complete their associate's degree in a year. So it is a way they give them a scholarship, they give them financial support, but it is for people who really just want to complete the degree much quicker. Cool? GSI. And you guys have all this information on me? Does everyone know what the ASAP office is?
Yes.
No, we gotta know, so I gotta cover it, right? ASAP office, this is very important. So I'm generally gonna go over the offices. It is a program that is helping students complete their school, their degree in a more accelerated rate, within 2 to 3 years. Right, so you'll take your courses, meet with an advisor, they'll help you plan your courses, they'll give you more specific tutoring, as well as support with your textbooks, and maybe give you additional availability to take classes in the summer or in the winter for you to graduate in a more accelerated rate. If you guys didn't know, a lot of students, majority of CUNY schools, of 2-year schools, they do not graduate within the 2 to 3 year time frame. And this program was created to promote a more, I don't know, speedier or more faster, basically.
On track.
More on track, that's the word I'm looking for. A more on track graduation rate, right? So some of you guys might be ASAP students yourselves. And so you can share that information with the rest of your peers, but you have that in your book. Cool? And I'm gonna run over here, what else? We got the fitness center, you know what that is. Computer labs, you guys know what that is, right? Yes. Recitation, we went over that. Work study, does everyone know what work study is? Yeah. Yes? Yes, everyone knows? Okay. Writing center, you guys should know where that is, right? A teaching assistant? Okay, a teaching assistant can be rare, but it is a graduate student while taking graduate classes for their program who also assists a professor in teaching undergraduate classes. So you might get someone who is assisting the professor. It is kind of rare, depends on 2 years, but we thought it would be good for you to know for your, once you're moving on to 4 year. Academic standing. Anyone know what that is?
Yes.
Yeah? So it's just a combination of credits being either on a positive or a negative. You should all be a positive or else you wouldn't be here. CUNY first, you all know what that is. Transcript, everyone know what the syllabus is?
Yes.
Cool. Transfer services, psych services, I'm gonna come back here. IT services, GPA, yeah, we all know all of this. Everyone knows what college discovery is?
Yeah.
Yes? No. All right, guys, we were very energized with the raw. Does everyone know what college discovery is?
Yeah.
No, we gotta know. Okay, great. So, college discovery is a higher education opportunity program for 2-year colleges, right? And what that means is that they provide them with academic, social, and financial support in order for them to graduate. The difference between college discovery and ASAP and CLIP is that college discovery transfers over to your 4-year college. And even for graduate school, they provide you with support, right? So this program follows you, and they contribute a good chunk to your tuition. That's a great difference. So, one second. When they're in their 4-year school, they might pay the majority of your tuition. Cool? Question?
Are you able to apply after the tuition?
No, and that's the other difference too. You have to be able, when you are a college discovery student, you come into the school being a college discovery student. So you apply to the program prior to being a freshman. Whereas in ASAP, you can be a part of the program as long as you do not have 12 credits. So you can be a first semester freshman. Or me.
At BMCC, some of you may be part of College Discovery, not know it. You can look on your CUNY First account or speak with your academic advisor and they'll let you know if you're coded for it.
And then CUNY Clip, and this is where I'll stop. Sorry, yeah.
I'm sorry, can I mention something about CUNY Portal real quick? I know we're stressed for time, but the CUNY Portal is very important because it reduces the cost of your education-related expenses. So you're able to buy laptops, you're able to buy computer programs, you're able to join gym membership. Not that that's education-related, but it's mental, you know, makes you feel good. It's helpful, right? So the CUNY Portal is very, very important because it really decreases your cost and increases your accessibility to education-related resources. So please, if you haven't done it for yourselves, do it and then put your students on.
All right. And then finally, thank you for that. CUNY Clip, or yes?
How does College Discovery reach out to students if they're not in college by the time they should be?
So for College Discovery, in addition to, there's a different part of the program that's different. You have to do a summer program for them. So you generally do a summer program, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, where you do some orientation, so you know you are a part of that program and you have already participated in some way with them.
But when you apply, like when you apply to college, you apply through those opportunity programs. I think you would know if you were in it.
Yeah. They send you an email, they notify you.
Isn't that the one students in your caseloads know the services they get if they are in it?
Yes.
Isn't that the one I have to write an essay for?
Isn't that the one you have to write an essay for to apply?
For example, Ariel was in the program, is in the program. We didn't know that until the 2nd semester. So that's the example that I'm pulling from. It literally happened to one of our SSLs. Had done a whole semester, had done actually a 2nd semester. We didn't know until we looked on his CUNY First.
It depends, and yeah, that's true. And then also for you, it depends on the school. Because you just, when you're applying, you might have applied with someone who was selected, or you might have said you're an opportunity program. And there's a financial requirement as well as an academic requirement for you to be there. You have to be slightly academically, and need some more support and financial support for it. Yeah, and then finally, I'm gonna stop here, is CUNY Clip, right? CUNY Clip is a program for freshmen that are entering freshmen to the college that are doing ESL immersion. And so it's for people that might need to learn English or get some English learning classes prior to them coming to the school, right? So they're not really taking credit-bearing courses. They're, buffing up their Spanish, or maybe they're buffing up their English, because maybe they speak Spanish or French or whatever, for them to be able to take those classes that will require them to know that language, to know English. Cool? Yeah? So any questions on anything? I don't mind stopping here. And just a brief thing, SEEK is a program like College Discovery, just for 4 years. Same thing, just 4 years in CUNY. They might be, if you select an option, like a box or something like that, they might be together, but they're not. SEEK is 4 year, CED is 2 year.
Sometimes they're together.
Sometimes they're together?
Yeah, sometimes they say SEEK/College Discovery.
Mm.
Yeah, but I have that for example, CDC and it's
Wait, are you guys 4 year? No? Oh, I thought, doesn't the Guardian do 4 years?
The Guardian's 2 years.
Oh, oops, sorry, I didn't hear that.
they said that they pay for your, I think they pay for your master's.
There's abilities, but it follows that. Even to like SUNY schools and private schools, so it follows. Marsha?
I learned that when you're in College Discovery, once you get your bachelor's degree, and if you go back to school within a certain amount of time, and it's like 3 or 4 years to get your master's, it will fully cover your master's. So definitely, if you can encourage students to be a part of College Discovery SEEK, then you should do that.
Yeah.
So Catherine on time.
Actually, if you need law assistance, any assistance with law, they usually have someone who comes once a week, and they provide you with legal advice. So it is a very useful tool. They also do tax preparation and tax support during tax season. And they have emergency metro card. They have a lot of things for students. It's kind of like what doesn't fit anywhere else is given there, and for lack of a better word. But your respective campus coordinators will tell you more. Any other situations or scenarios? None? I have one that was brought up to me for clarification's sake, and this was such a great question. Can you be an ASAP student and a CD student at the same time? You cannot. You cannot be on both at the same time. Cool? Because you can't div from both at the same time. Yeah? So you have to be on one or the other, unfortunately. Yeah? Cool. So with that said, I am sorry, and we apologize for running through this a bit. We are hopeful though that you guys were able to get some knowledge and get some more understanding of specific offices. You do have the glossary for your reference in your binder, yes?
I was gonna ask, are there like any other organizations like that are gonna be new that we don't know about? Or?
Well, all the ones that are listed here are generally in all of the community colleges, right? So, like ASAP, except one that I really missed, and it's my fault, my bad, you could just insert it, and that is CUNY Start. Yeah? But CUNY Start, does everyone know what CUNY Start is? CUNY Start is a program that helps students take remedial classes before getting into college. So let's say you have a math remedial and the reading remedial. You can, or math, reading, and writing, you can go there, pay $85 or $75. $75, thank you. $75, and you go there, you take the classes, you pass the exam in maybe like 2 to 3 months, and you can register for the next semester, right? So the great thing about this program is that you are not wasting your financial aid on remedial classes that you will not take credits for. Remedial classes are way much more expensive than actual regular classes, and they are able to just target that exam and bam, you're out. Remain.
I'm sorry, I just have to add this, just to that point,
for yourselves and for your students, each of your campuses have the immersion programs that typically happen during the winter and summer, specifically for remedials.
Yeah.
If you can, hold off until the winter or summer sessions, and I know nobody wants to go to class on, Christmas, but you'll be decreasing your cost and increasing your number of credits.
Correct. And then one last question.
For the immersion, I have to be recommended by my previous professor.
At BMCC, you no longer, as of this semester, Dean Gillespie, when he left, he waived that requirement.
Okay, but we can find out if that's the case at all the different.
Yes, your campus coordinator will find that out. They will find out the requirements for you. Okay? And now the moment that we have all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. Drum roll. I'm a drum roll person. Come on. I feel some rolls of the eyes over here. Drum roll. Drum roll. You guys drum roll so bad. Banging the chairs, hopping the feet. Nothing? All right. And the winner is Team 2. They actually got 100% correct. So their prize is first dibs to candy. Wait. And there's more. You get first dibs to candy and one snack. Alright, so in this, while I'm doing this party, Cindy is going to be transitioning over to the next session. I appreciate all of your participation. Again, we will go more in depth in our own campuses next week on each term. And if you do have a question, I suggest you to go through that list. Do not toss it away in the weekend, like, hey, I'm done. Look at it this weekend or today. And really just highlight or star the ones that you're like, I don't know what this really means. Bring this next week to your campus, and we will go over each one that you might have a question for, okay? Great? Awesome. Thank you for participating.
The catch is this is the last big activity you have to do before you go home. So if you're really ready to go home, you're going to be excited, participate so we can get done quickly so you can go home. You are dead. We will go slowly and finish it, and you will be here longer. Great. So the session I'm going to be doing is about outreach techniques. How do you get your students to respond? So we only have a few people who were SSLs last year, last semester, and I'll probably ask them like how it was, but just think about when you're a student, how many emails you get, how many text messages you get, and how many of them do you actually read, right? So that's what we want to talk about. How are we going to do stuff so everybody will participate? And before we do that, I'm going to break you up in groups. Now, can I have all the guys on my left and all the females on my right? Okay, so all the ones go here, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the females, can you do the same thing? 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's question. Alright, I'm looking at the team here. No way you all counted. Hello, everyone. Hello. Yes. So the paper that you have, we want to talk about what a good email looks like. So this is a sample of an email that was drafted by another person. They sent the email just the way you saw it. So I want you to look at it and tell me whether or not you would read that email. And the two sides have two different emails. Would you read that email? Yes, no. If you would, what do you understand from it? And if you wouldn't, why wouldn't you read it, and what is confusing?
But my question, is that the backside, is it an attachment or just the email?
It's just the email, and that's only half of the email. I'm going to project it so you can see it up here too.
I wouldn't read it.
Look at it for a couple seconds, and then I'm gonna add, and you're gonna tell me. Highlight stuff, mark stuff. Just say
It's just that structure website
on a big paragraph, like he actually separated. He separated.
Okay. So we're going to start with this side first. So just listen to them and as you look at the email up here, right? Team 3 and 4. Your email. Would you have read this email? Yes or no?
No. I would have read it because it is informative about some things. Right. However, there are some nitpicky things and some grammatical errors.
Some nitpicky stuff? Explain to me what you mean.
Like they should have, first of all, it starts off in a different language.
Okay.
Start off in a different
Is everyone hearing what she's saying? Okay, so if we're all quiet, we can hear her speak. And do you mind speaking just a tad bit louder?
If you're gonna start off in a different language, just stay with it. Don't go Spanglish. And then, there's some commas missing. Just grammar stuff.
Okay.
I think it's like a lot of information in one email to read, basically. So I personally wouldn't read it because for the first response, so I think if it's Spanish, it's gonna be a scandal.
It's gonna be a scam?
Like scams, like that.
Okay.
The son didn't even say his or her name, so like I don't even know who's the person.
Okay, so I deleted like the email address, I deleted like the person's name, that kind of stuff. I didn't want that to be there, that you could identify who wrote this email, right?
Okay.
So I just wanted to be established, but that's a good observation.
Okay.
Anyone over here from looking at this email, what do you think?
Well, for me, if there's no subject, tell me what's going to be the email. I'm not going to read it.
Okay. So somebody else said they wouldn't open it?
No.
Interesting.
Also, they said that it's supposed to be something done in April, but there's no date. There's no date.
It's not specific.
Yeah.
All right, so anybody else?
One question.
One more person. Oh, just a second.
It's very vague.
It's very vague.
And like, clutter all over the place.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on a second.
Reiterating what
You and then I'll come to you, and then no more.
Okay, I would say it's like, this email is not like professional email, so I don't think like every assessment should say anything like that.
It's not professional, or it's too professional? Which
It's
one?
not.
It's not professional. Okay.
This is from a student, right?
So as SSL,
This is from an SSL?
yes, an SSL said that's their case.
Then if it's not case, I wouldn't read it.
Yeah, look at that last one.
What about the last
The
one?
last one is like crazy. It's like, also, I greatly appreciate if you would just sign your life. Because I was like,
Well, you don't want to give signs of life? How would they know?
For me, there's just no editing because for me, it's like different segments that's just also space, and it's like you could have added all of that together instead of continuously thinking that it's going to end, but you just keep trying to add more.
Okay, all right, last one.
This is just like they just wrote stuff. That's what I feel like it is. They didn't really have an exact point to email on this person. They just wrote stuff.
Okay. So I heard a lot of great points. Someone said there was no subject. They would not open it because there was no subject. Consistency. Are they going back and forth between thoughts? Are they staying with one language? Do you think that it's okay to bring your personality to your text and email? No personality. Everybody agrees that you should not bring your personality to emails?
No. Your professional personality.
Professional setting. If this is student, I don't think, like, she's saying all that to like line them up. Like,
She's saying that.
I'm sorry, I couldn't. Never mind what I said.
Okay.
I think there's you have to have certain standards. You're talking to your boss or to your colleague, professional. You're talking to like one of your friends or your peers, whatever. You can do that.
Okay, so just to repeat, she said you have to have a different standard when you're sending an email to your colleague and your boss versus when you're communicating with your friends. So that's one of the things that we want to point out. Yes, it's okay to bring your personality, but what does that look like in a professional setting? So is it right or wrong to say hola, or I'm not Spanish, so I can't say hola? Is it right or wrong?
It's not wrong, but
right?
That's what I was gonna say like earlier, like the older, I think maybe the reason why she used it for the student, maybe it was just lining up. Like she's speaking to a student and you don't want, like student, like if you're gonna speak to a student and like, you're gonna be like, oh, professional, like they're probably not gonna feel as comfortable. Like, you know, like we wanna make them feel comfortable. So I think that all that just like lines up the mood. It's not like,
yeah, but you don't want them to be
so unprofessional.
Right. So it's finding that balance, and I like that you're all saying it. If you wanna be flexible, you wanna be cool, you want them to see you as a friend, but how far do you go? And when it comes to grammar, like that doesn't change. Whether it's like, oh, I'm cool, but I can write with commas and full stop. And you know how to use that. You're in college and learning these things, so continue to practice the skills you're using in college, because this is preparation also for you going in the real world and working. And you're still gonna be your funky, fun, spunky self. Nobody's trying to take that from you. You still get to bring those things, but just know that the same way you would critique this, someone is going to be looking at your email, and probably you will find on your campus. I don't know what all the campus coordinators do. The first couple of weeks or so as you're sending out emails, they'll probably ask you to send them drafts before you send it out, or have you copy them in on it so they can see these things. So that's one of the things I wanted to point out. I want to go ahead and look at your email. Group 1 and 2, that is. You have the same email, so let's get it. So you could start telling me what you think about your email. Group 1 and 2? You fell asleep? Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so same thing, right?